Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a very special first ever Q&A on the Hamster Buttocks channel. We recently hit a huge milestone of 25,000 subscribers, and what better way to celebrate by a special video like this one. So today I will be answering some questions you guys asked over on my community tab where we celebrated the 25k, so let's get into today's video. First up, I want to give a huge thank you. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for 25,000. I really thought we would never get even to this point, but at this rate, like, we're gonna surpass that like way fast. So I'm really excited to what the future holds. I just want to really say thank you for everyone who always leaves a really sweet comment, and there's a few regulars that I really noticed that you guys are often commenting, but even if you never leave a comment, I really appreciate you watching the videos, and I hope my videos make your days a little bit more fun. Now let's get into the questions, with Helene asking what made you get into content creation and why fashion games. So I started making videos in September of 2021, and I was just kind of like scratching some itches on videos that I had in my head, like, oh, if I was a YouTuber, I would make this video. And then I had to make it. I just had to learn how to make a video. I was like getting over myself, and then I made a couple of haul videos and like deco cutesy stuff. And then only begin like March of 2022, I actually started making videos on fashion games. My fashion game channel started with only Time Princess, I think, for a solid like one whole year of only Time Princess videos. The reason I started making videos is because there were literally no other YouTubers out there, and I was upset that no one was talking about the things that I was excited about, and I wanted to make the change you want to see in the world. You know, you hear that? That's actually true, and I just wanted to start off something that I knew that wasn't that popular online, but I didn't understand, because fashion games have always been like such like a fun thing to me. Like, I love customizations and outfits, and like I love that. So why wasn't it popular? And I figured that if no one's gonna do it, then I'll just do it myself. So why fashion games? Because I just always had like a passion for it, and because I thought that was just definitely a lack of content out there. But because I started in 2022, there was even less games. Shiny Nikum wasn't released yet, Life Makeover wasn't released yet, so it was basically only Time Princess, and I guess Love Nikki as well. Like, there was barely anything out there, so I was really at the beginning. But now I'm so glad how far we've gotten already. I'm so excited to see like 4 or 5 years from now, like what kind of fashion games are we gonna have then. Like, I'm really curious. Steffi Pie asked, how did you end up with the content creator name Hamster Buttocks? This actually is a name I've had for I think almost like 7 or 8 years now. I used to have a childhood username for a while, and then I think in like 2018 I made a League of Legends account. I don't play the game anymore, okay, but I made an account and I wanted something different, and I had a hamster at the time. His name was Oreo, and I thought he was really cute, so I wanted to go for like hamster butt or hamster booty or something like that. But because League of Legends is such a big game, every like name was already chosen, and then I had to Google like synonyms for booty, and then the word buttocks came up, and I'd never even heard of it before. Like, my English is like okay, right, but I'd never heard that word before, and I was like, you know what, it does sound kind of like formal, so that's where it originated from, and I just kind of kept it. I think like a year later I drew my first concept for my logo, and then I kind of like got too attached to it, so it's like my branding, and I really like it, and I'm glad I made that up, because I don't know how else I would do it. But it has nothing to do with fashion games. It was just like an odd coincidence. I am a very big rodent lover, as you may not know at this point. Hamsters, rats, guinea pigs, all of it, I love it. So I do think it fits my personality. Nanya asked, what dreams/future plans do you have for the channel, or dream future plans in life in general? So for the channel, I had the big goal back in the day when I started to reach, I think, 10,000. 10,000 right now, that's like, we're way past that. So I think now I have my mind set on 100k, just because I really would like one of those pretty little play buttons in the back of the screen. But honestly, I'm so happy where you are right now. Like, this is like, I reached what I wanted. I made a Discord server. I recently started selling merch, and I'm so excited to how people have been responding to that. I get to stream for so many people here on YouTube as well. So I basically ticked off all the boxes. If there could be one thing for the channel I would like to see in the future, I'm trying to think of one, but I think I don't know what specifically, but I would love to go to another event. Last year, I went to Gamescons for like the pre-beta of Infinity Nikki, and I got to interview some people there. And I would love to do something like that IRL again. I can't imagine like what, like going somewhere for what, but maybe like an IRL event where I either get to like interview people or make a video or like do public speaking. Maybe I think it's scary, but I think it'll be something I will be down to do maybe someday in the future, but we'll see. But overall, I'm just hoping that the fashion scene, thanks to Infinity Nikki, will definitely evolve a little bit more, and maybe we get to play more fashion games in the future. And dream and future plans for my life in general, I'm not sure. I'm really happy with how life is going right now. I've had a rough couple of years, but I can say thanks to you guys as well that the past 3 years have been like so amazing, and it makes me really happy. It makes me really happy. We are currently living in Germany, if you didn't know from my live streams. I speak a little bit more about my life there, but I am Dutch from the Netherlands, and I moved to Germany around 3 years almost ago to live with my American boyfriend. It's very international here. I would love to move back to the Netherlands one day with him, but I don't know when that's or when or if that's ever going to happen. Other than that, I think I'm very content with my life. I'm just being grateful right now. I don't want to wish for too much. Georgia asked, what's your favorite game and why? Where do you get your outfit inspo from? And are there any fun facts about you as a person? My favorite game and why is so hard because I definitely am a mood player. I have off and ons with certain games, but there are definitely a couple of franchises I really, really like. Besides fashion games, because I think you guys know what my favorites on that one is. I really enjoy Overwatch. I have a lot of hours on that game, a embarrassing amount. I haven't been playing it a lot in the past couple of months, but I still classify it as like one of my favorite games. I just really like it. Before you ask, my mains are Zarya Diva, and on DPS, Cassidy, Symmetra, and I guess Sombra if she didn't get reworked, so... I also really have been enjoying Tekken 8 recently. I love playing a bunch of games on my DS as well, and occasionally the Switch games, but most of the times I do play fashion games or a shooter like Overwatch or a fighting game like Tekken at the side. Where do you get your outfit inspo from? I get a lot of my outfit inspiration off of Pinterest and TikTok and kind of where I see other people wear things, and honestly also from games that kind of inspire me. I've been trying to rework my fashion a little bit. I'm very slow fashion person. I don't really buy clothing that often, and I definitely barely get rid of anything. But I have found out in the past couple of months about the Sojo girl aesthetic, and it's all oversized sweaters with frilly short skirts or shorts, and it's definitely my vibe. So a lot of Asian dress styles, since they tend to do a little bit more cutesy, and I noticed Western clothing, women of my age, because I'm 26, definitely wear something more what they call like mature and stuff, but that is not really my type of thing, so I definitely prefer looking on Pinterest for these kind of things, and then I just go look for specific items to try and make that happen. But I am trying to do this super slowly because buying a bunch of clothing is not only expensive, but I also need to know specifically what I'm looking for as I'm like working along, so it's kind of like a work in progress in there. And any fun facts about you as a person? I feel like a lot of people know a lot of things about me because I share so much on stream, but I guess a fun fact could be that I do like doing a lot of things, which makes it kind of hard to do a dedicated channel just for fashion games, because if it were up to me, I would also have a book channel, I would have a pet channel, I would have a lifestyle channel where I do like hair and makeup and I don't know, other kind of vlogs, and maybe even a baking channel because I also do love to bake. I am a very creative person, and if I'm not making anything, it doesn't even matter what it is. Like I said, it could be cakes, it could be video, it could be drawing, it could be all of that. I just need to put stuff out there. I don't know, I'm just made to make things. Airy Fairy asks, I love your clothes, where do you shop for clothing, and how do you and your boyfriend meet? You're such a cute couple, and I love cute stories of how people end up together. That's a really sweet one, thank you. Where do I shop for clothes? Like I just showed you on my Pinterest board, I just kind of look for inspiration, and then I go look for specific items I really like. Most of the time I do thrift on Vinted, which is a I think only in Europe, right? Thrifting website where you can look for specific items. I really like the brand Hollister over recently because I noticed that as much as sometimes fast fashion can have cute things, it's just shit quality, okay? It's just bad. And I feel like Hollister is a little bit more on the pricier side, but at the same time, I noticed that at least a few pieces that I have are pretty good quality, so I want to get a little bit more into the Hollister clothing style. I also really like the brand Elvic Eden. This little vest that I'm wearing is also from the brand. They also have like super nice quality. I noticed the older that I get that I just want to buy cute pieces that can be like a little bit out there, like with the star on here, but I just want them to last a long time because I don't buy something to replace it within a year. Like normally something sits in my wardrobe, I think an average of like 7 to 8 years before I get rid of something. So Hollister, Elfric Eden, and I also prefer buying on AliExpress because of that cutesy Asian style pieces. I noticed the frilly stuff is more easy to find on AliExpress. It sometimes could be a little bit hit or miss, but because there are vendors directly selling from Asia to people here all over the world, I noticed that sometimes I can get some really cute pieces that I feel like are like still okay quality. So kind of all over the place really. And then how did you and your boyfriend meet? Okay, this story is kind of like cringy maybe, but it's also kind of funny. Me and my boyfriend met in 2021. We almost have our 4-year anniversary coming up in like 2 or 3 months in VR chat. This was definitely during the COVID era, and I had a headset and I was in VR chat all the time, and we met like just as a coincidence in a random chat room, and we started talking, and for a while we would meet up like every other day to kind of like chat and hang out in rooms, and we didn't see each other's faces for I think like a couple of weeks before we kind of like decided to add each other on Discord and stuff like that and like chat on there more regularly. I wasn't really planning to date because I just came out of a relationship, but he was just such a nice and sweet guy, and like I love him so much, okay? I'm so glad that we met, and it's kind of scary to think if I didn't log on VR chat that day or I decided to go to a different room, my life would be completely different right now, but I'm glad I made the choice that I did. Also, I have some selfies from when we first met that we took together, and it's kind of funny because I feel like our VR chat characters do look like us. And our last question by Tungvi: what were your favorite childhood TV shows? Do you think that your interests and what you catch your eyes have changed? Growing up, I actually didn't really watch TV. I had a pretty strict childhood, so we were only allowed to watch TV like super later in life. I think when I was like 12 or 13 is when we actually got like regular TV. I did really enjoy the Barbie movies growing up and a lot of Disney movies. I think H2O, as I didn't really watch it that much as a kid. I watched it more when I actually could watch TV and was uncontrolled. I really did like H2O a lot. I don't think that my interest and everything has changed at all. I think when I was 11, I got my first iPod Touch and I got to discover the great wide internet, found out about whatever Rilakkuma was, and ever since then it kind of escalated. It has always stayed the same. Rilakkuma will always be my favorite character, and yeah, I've just always been down for the cutesy kawaii. I did have like an emo phase, but at the same time I was still really into the cutesy thing, and it's kind of fun to see now that I'm still into it, because I remember people telling me like, oh, you're gonna grow out of this, blah 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 blah. I don't think so. I don't think so. I will always be cute, okay? I can't help it, it's in my nature. Growing up, I also really liked doing art. I would make cards, I would write stories, I would draw all the time, watercolor, painting. I would build sculptures. I made stuff out of clay, charms, bracelets, and necklaces, and all of these kind of cute things. And I got really inspired by things that I saw online. I think that's where the interest got started from, because I remember seeing those clay charm YouTubers and I wanted to be one of them. I don't make the clay charms, but I think I got close enough to that goal. I think 10-year-old or 11-year-old me would be so excited to see me today, which makes me really happy. Thank you all so much for all of the questions you have asked. I really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for 25k. I think maybe at 50 or whatever, we can do another one. If you guys have any more burning questions, you can stop by my stream sometimes, because I'm pretty engaging with chat. So if you want to get to know me better, make sure to pop in hi. I stream 3 times a week here on YouTube, so I would love to see you there. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting me and putting your interest and time into watching my videos. I do really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!